Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is possibly the most exciting day that has happened on my rocketry and sci-fi channel for a great long time now. Yes, indeed, Kitten Space Agency has been released to the public. It is a very bare bones version at the moment, but I think you and me can go out and have our first play around. When we open the game, we get a configuration screen. We're being told that it takes a little bit of memory, but that's okay. We're going to go to the solar system. We're going to see everything that is available to us. I am so excited, guys. If you are, drop me a like, give us a subscribe. We'll see what's going on inside this game whilst it loads. We have been warned that actually it's not much of a game as it stands right now. It is indeed more of a simulation. I'm fine with that. I like space simulations. I think they are the greatest thing. Welcome to KSA Pre-Alpha. Gives us a whole bunch of information about how to play the game. That's fine. I know how to play these rocket games. You press M and you get to see the whole map of everywhere you're going. Look at this place. It is amazing. We've got the moon over there. Keep coming out. We've got the planets, Venus, Mercury, stuff like that. But then also a whole bunch of asteroids. Here's Jupiter and Saturn. And if you go further out, I think there's even a whole bunch of minor planets. Amazing the details that they've gone to here. But we're not worried so much about that. I think today I'm just going to go off over to the moon, Luna, the body itself. The one thing that we all have in common, well, that and the sun, when we look up at the sky and see this thing smiling down back upon us, I think that means it's time for us to head on out of here. Now, one thing that I have noticed about this game is it doesn't appear to have any sort of targeting system. I've not been able to, like, here's viewing Luna, I've the target, I've looked inside the game settings over here, looked for controls. I can't seem to find any way of actually setting my target. Yeah, I even just had another quick look through just to make sure I wasn't being silly. Yeah, so we're just going to fly this by the seat of our pants. I think I can make it to the moon without having to worry too much. You can see that we are overburdened with UI elements here, but that's okay. I can read most of what's going on. Up here, this is all relative to the simulation that we're running. We've been going for 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we're running at normal sim speed. I can use the standard Kerbal space program accelerate and deaccelerate keys here to speed up and slow down our simulation. Love that. I love that the whole bunch of the keys are the same as Kerbal space program. That is amazing. You can see that we've got a whole bunch of stuff here about burn times and targets. I've not used these two panels yet. I've not found out how to use them. I've not found out where they go. This down here, though, it's what I would call SAS, but I think here we're going to call it a position pointing system or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to call it, but look, if I press orbit ahead, it's going to make my rocket look in the direction that we are traveling. Right click to move the screen around. Looking good. Look at Earth beneath us. Look at all the stars in the sky. I personally feel like this might be a few too many stars for the amount of sun that we're seeing down here. Tell me that's Orion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Where's his leg? Where's his bottom leg, man? But this could well be Orion. You never know. You never know. I think I would have to turn the gamma down somewhat. Pleiades? Question mark. I would have to turn the gamma down somewhat. Turn down some of these stars, because I'm used to living in urban environments, and urban environments don't have this many things to be seen, especially with the sun right there. We should not be able to see all those stars. Anyway, to go to the moon, as I say, we do not have... I'm going to press C to focus on my spacecraft again. Look at this beautiful... Oh, look, over here, the scope tells us how far away from the rocket we are. That's cool. We've also got an offset. I can WASD, up, down, moving around, but, you know, we recenter that. That's pretty good. Periapsis, we got warp to periapsis. These are buttons I did not see. I literally played for about 2 minutes beforehand before I was like, I like these rocket games. I should show people these rocket games. So I hope you appreciate us going through and looking at the rocket games. Now, I'm not sure whether this is the angle that we need to go to Luna over there. I think that maybe we want to move ourselves around a little bit. Ooh, we can warp here. I've just noticed that some buttons have come up over here. Delete the plan node. Is this a node? Can we? Oh my gosh, I just found a thing that I didn't know existed. Okay, that's slower. That's faster. No, this is impacting as well. What are we playing with here? Prograde and anti-prograde. Okay, this is the one that I wanted. The controls seem actually quite intuitive here. There's a little bit of a ramp up that I wouldn't like. Ooh, look at that. We've got it. Oh, I am going to the moon, guys. I am going to the moon. We've got an encounter for Luna. We've got an escape for Luna. And look at that, the planned trajectory over there. The path through space that we're going to do. We're going to be figuring this out live, guys, because I did not find this during my little press around. So I'm going to do that. Let's go back to the main screen. Hello, we've got a burn indicator. We are going to be spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to organize all of this UI, and I've got a feeling before the game releases, we're going to see a lot of changes in what we see here. Incidentally, free demo if you wanted to play. I'm going to leave a link down in the description to go and get yourself a copy of this game. I'm super excited, like super excited. Auto sets the flight computer to automatically execute the planned burn. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's do that, though. I'm going to hit the auto. Okay, it's now pointed towards burn over here. I don't know whether that... Can I turn that off? No, let's try that again. Auto. Okay, burn over here. Like I say, I don't know what we're doing. Can I turn this off? If we go null rotate. Yeah, I actually... do not know. Let's warp over towards the marker. If all else fails, I should be able to do the burn myself. But I'm going to try and let this do what it thinks it needs to do. We've got 150 seconds. I like this little countdown timer here. That time to start to burn. And now it's doing something all on its own. We're in the darkness, so I'm going to put us up against the stars so that we can roughly see what is going on here. We have auto-warped. Auto-warp has stopped. Simulation is in real time. Thank you very much. We've got 15 seconds to wait. Let's have a look around and see what we can see during our 15 seconds. I do wonder whether, like, the moon is on the horizon turning around. No, I don't see a moon. I do, however, do you see this? Little red dots off in the back. Oh, we're burning! It's doing a thing! It's doing it all on its own. I didn't ask... Well, I did ask it to do. And it's not... Oh, look. Is that yellow... Is that reddening, sorry, from the atmosphere? That is pretty crazy. That is a level of physics that I never thought. Borisov, the interstellar comet, you say? That would be something to go see. Maybe we'll do that later on. Give us a like and a bit of a comment if you think that is something we should be going to do. I would love to go and see an interstellar comet. Do you think it would be a good idea to go see an interstellar comet? Or maybe we will do that in another episode later on. I really would like to go and see the moon at this point in time. So let's have a look at the rocket. It's darkness. It's all darkness. How do I say? Okay, now let's delete this because we've done the maneuver that we were trying to do here. Can I now focus on the moon? Yes, we can. Okay, this is good. And then I would like to click here. Okay, and then click on it to be able to do some controls here. And then we know that we just want to slow down. You see how my prograde here has got a minus number into it. And then we bring that all the way down to a beautiful capture orbit. Nice circular. I like it. Let's get it close. Do we go circular? I don't know. I feel like maybe what I want to do is bring this down as close to the lunar surface as I can get without smashing into the surface. Now, in previous rocket games, I knew that something like 10 kilometers was the closest you could get to the surface of the moon. I don't know what it's going to be here, so we're going to... Ooh, look at all this. We've got some stuff labeled craters. I love that Copernicus crater. It's my favorite crater. I love that crater. What else have we got here? There's Apollo landing sites. Okay. We might be off to go see one of the Apollo landing sites. There ain't no way, my bro, that I'm going to be able to get there in one go. Did I just kill the... Did I actually just kill it? No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. Let's warp to the burn. Goodbye, Earth. I love you. You are the only Earth I have ever known. If we could keep you and have you pristine into the great future, that would be wonderful. But I got a feeling humanity's going to mess it up. But don't worry, over this way, we've got a new home on the horizon. Yes, indeed. If we can make our way over to the moon and start living there in the same way that we live in, I don't know, Antarctica or anywhere like that, then that shows that maybe, just maybe, we are capable of living off of this planet. And it's kind of hard to prove that humans can live off of Earth because, man, we love this place a lot. Okay, we're coming in towards where the burn system has been set up. The maneuver node has been set up. 25 seconds. But what I'm going to do is come down to my orbit. So we've got surface, orbit, orbital velocity. I don't know the difference between these two. Let's go retrograde here. Ooh, man, am I still warping times 30. Yeah, okay. Maybe we are still but warping. That's fine, though. Interesting that I can still control during a warp like that, a times 30 warp. That is something that other Rocket games wouldn't allow us to do, and I'm very happy about that, because there are multiple times during my previous Rocket game experience that I was like, actually, maybe I want to be able to fire my engine whilst I'm screaming through the universe at a ridiculous rate. Maybe that's something that I do want to be able to do. 7 seconds to go. So we got the engine controls down here. I don't know how to change my throttle. I've been trying to figure out how to change the throttle. 0 seconds, go! But we've got an ignite and we've got a shut down. So we're going to be using that. Burn time, 0. Whoa, there we go. Delta V 65. Was that right? If I ignite, does it go up? It does go up. Okay, let's prograde instead and see if we can't turn around and get rid of that number. I feel like that will be a thing. As I say, no throttle, and I can't find the throttle button here. It might exist. It might actually be something that I've just toggle. I see toggles, main engine, throttle up. There we go. Up and down. Oh, we got the buttons. We found them. Okay, all right. So it's literally on the arrow keys, up and down. Let's try a 20% thrust. Surely that's fine, right? Surely that is fine. One of the good things about this particular demo is I've not noticed a fuel gauge anywhere. So, you know, we're doing... Oh, propellant. Here we go. Propellant mess. There is a fuel gauge right here. I've never run out, though. I've never run out. Bring that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit further. 0. I mean, 6 meters per second on the Delta V. That's pretty close to... Yeah, look at that. Look how well matched they are. I'm going to delete that right now. And then we're going to come down to pair-apps. Now, I don't necessarily have to be using I don't necessarily have to be using the burn calculator over here. I could just warp to periapsis. Let's try this from here, right? I warp to periapsis, and away we go. I want to be looking retrograde. It did a flip there. I'm not sure that I'm all up about these like burning RCS thrusters going off whilst we're trying to do stuff here. But I suppose it does actually give you the idea that it takes active control to keep pointing the way you want to be pointing in space. That's something you need to... If we just started tumbling and didn't do anything to stop the tumble, then we will continue tumbling. That's just the way space goes. Inertia, Newton's first law, an object at rest tends to stay at rest unless you give it a shove, when it will just carry on forevermore. Yeah, there's fancy maths to describe that, but that's how Newton said it. Anyway, all right, auto warp has been deactivated. Why is it auto warp, dear? Oh, because we autoed on the button over here. All right. I will allow that this is indeed auto, even though I hit the button manually. I feel a little confused about that, but I think we're fine. So here's our altitude, 3,604. 0.1, like there. I think we're there, but we're still going down. When it stops going down, I'm going to hit ignite. Up there, go. Notice how it stopped going down? Hopefully now... Oh, I've not even, like, lined up where we could possibly be going. Okay, I wonder if we can... When you switch to map, look, it turns your engine off. I kind of hate that. Yeah, all right. We'll see if we can do something with that. The question I was going to ask is whether we can. Oh, let me try and stop this at the right time. Boop. Change the throttle whilst the engine is burning, but I kind of don't care right now. We're on the move, and we're going to try and see things. That's Copernicus right there. I don't like that we're coming into nighttime, because, look, here's some other things that I wanted to go see. Like, what is this one? There's an Apollo 11 landmark right there. I would love to go see it, but it's the middle of the night, and it takes 2 weeks for the sun to rise up again on the moon. So I'm not sure that that's what we want to be doing. We could just go check out Copernicus crater and wait for 2 weeks. What we got? That's another crater. Apollo 15. Okay, well, I guess we're going for the Apollo 11 landing site then. Can I? No. Let's drag this over here. Let's try and set up a maneuver burn for it. I don't know whether this is actually going to be what I want. Oh, look at the impact. That's nice. I mean, obviously, no, the impacts are not nice. Impacts are not what we're going for. Is this not doing what I want it to do? There we go. Beautiful. Let's bring that impact site just a little bit beyond. Because if there's one thing that I know about trying to land a spaceship in space when you're coming down towards the surface of a planet, is that you need to fight gravity a little bit. And to fight gravity a little bit, you need a little bit of time. So let's let that one hit like this. I'm going to actually set that one up on the auto burn. Let's let that do that. And warp, why not? Do the whole thing yourself. The fact that this can do this like this, I feel, is possibly one of the greatest advances that this game makes over previous space games, because in previous space games, yeah, fair enough, you could hit set up the perfect thing and do the numbers as they say, but being able to watch the PC, there it is, that's Copernicus crater right there, being able to watch the computer do the burn should be able to tell you, oh, that's Copernicus, oh man, look, I was out. There's an Apollo 12 landmark over there. Do we want to go there instead? I mean, we're burning now, but I could hit delete and go for delete. We're going to do it. Watch me burn. Wait, what? Thrusters are off because of all this. No. Manual when auto attitude is enabled. How do I... up, there, orbit, behind, something like this, and then we null, and then... Ha! Okay. Well, watch me do this via the power of the maneuver node. I'm a little annoyed I can't see the markers here. Ptolemaious crater, of course. That's unfortunate. I'm just going to do this, which is just set up a random impact and see, like, just auto that and see if that does where we want it to go. I desperately want to go to the Apollo 12 landmark over there, but I just don't know whether we've got what it takes, you know what I'm saying? I would very much love to see, is that, ooh, Apollo 12 landmark? That's good. Can I get that to just kind of stay up on screen in any way, shape, or form? That is the one I want, though. Wait. Burn. Yeah? Some more, please? Burn plan, calculate new flight per... I think I broke it by trying to change stuff at the time. You know what? I'm fine with that. I don't mind running into bugs at a game at this stage of its development. I've got no problem. That's... Apollo, let's move this out of the way. Oh my gosh, I'm glad that everything is movable. Apollo 12, Apollo 14. Let's carry on to burning down until we overlay on one of them. Looks like we're going to Apollo 14 instead, but you know what? I'm fine with that. Ooh, maybe not. Apollo 12. Let's keep going. I think that might be close. Yeah, all right, that's going over the top. I'm again going to hit auto and watch it do its thing. I like that. Yeah, there we go. I like that a lot, actually. I think there are far, far worse things that a space game could do than give you the option for an auto flight. Delta V of 500 meters per second. That's half a kilometer. That's pretty fast, really. So how are we doing on the... You know, can we warp? Is it gonna let us go there? It's 40 seconds to go, so it could very well just be like, okay, we're going to let that happen. Being able to land at sunset or sunrise is actually a little bit of a bonus, because the shadows are so super long that we get to see all the different rocks and stuff. It's one of the things that the actual Apollo landings were aiming for, was these sunrise and sunset. There we go. It did the burn. I was like, what do you mean zero and not doing things? Because they could then see what was going on with regard to... let's delete this with regard to the ground conditions, right? The ground condition. This popping up exactly where I need to see stuff is not very helpful. I'm going to come in like this, but of course the... ooh, look. It's saying, actually, by slowing down, the planet the moon spins a little bit underneath you, so it's going to take longer. So because you're going diagonal, it comes down lower. Just trust me, that makes sense. Game time, 4.9 days. I don't... Oh, because we're in 4 days. Interesting. I'm gonna again auto warp. Let's let that run through. 4 days to get here. It must have taken us a while to orbit round the moon, because in a previous game, to make sure I even knew where the moon was, it gave me a prediction of 2 days. So yeah, it's a little confusing, but fine, I like the fact that we can use the throttle to up and down the amount of burn, or at least how long the burn will take, i.e. increase our precision. At least I'd like to think that's what's going on here. 2, 1, 0, go with that engine. Beautiful. Look at that. There's no way I would have been able to do a burn that short. All right, we're going to delete all of the stuff that we've got going right now, and I'm going to change my... What is this? What activate what? Manual or... Oh, this is disable autopilot? That's the button I'm looking for. Okay, we'll remember that this exists at some point. Manual thrust, directed or pulse. Use fine-grained pulse of the RCS for manual control. Interesting. What profile? Strict altitude control profile, high-speed accuracy and propellant burn, balance control profile. I don't know what these mean. I'm sure over time we will find out. I think this is how we burn for the maneuver node, but I might be wrong. This is roll control of some description, and then we've got the SAS. Okay, all right, this is cool. I'm going to start with a surface backwards vector and see if that works out for us. Oh look, it's rearranged the pointing of my vessel. I say that I'm now looking at our trajectory and thinking that we might fall a little short. So I might just... Whoa, map's a bit weird, map's a bit hard. So I might just, ever so slightly... No, we can't use Z and X in the map screen, it turns out. That's what I have been using. Something like that, give me a little bit of overhead. We now have to ignite and turn off. That's fine, that's fine. Looking like we're going to be good here. Let's speed up the simulation a little bit more. Is there a speed indicator over here? Okay, we are moving 800 meters per second. I wish I could select this and tell us how far away we are, but lots of clicking and dragging and doing things has not been helping. How about over here? Lots of clicking and dragging has not been doing stuff. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We will figure it out. I sure do hope. How are you telling me there is still stuff to do? Yeah, let's turn that off. I'm wondering if now might be the time to stop our downwards motion. Now, one of the things that is missing from this game that previous space games gave me was how fast we're moving sideways and how fast we're moving up and down. Because I'd kind of like to control that system at some point. Yeah, look at this. Are we going to be flying? We are still going to be flying over the top. So I think what I'm going to do, surface back and try to start slowing us down. Might be time. I might want to do this from here, actually. Ignite this. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. This is coming in for a good landing. Too far. That's fine. That's fine. We can figure this out. To be fair, if I get even close to that point right there, I'm going to be very happy. Manual, and then I can turn this way. Okay, I want to point like that. I think, and then we go null rotation. A little bit of that. All right, beautiful. Just like that, right? A little bit more. That was the wrong button because, of course, we're in the map view. I hate that just a little bit. That is going to be a problem during game time. And then we want to up or forwards or something like that. Let's upwards. I think upwards is a good idea. It gives us some more float time. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're going to look at the map. Give us some float time. Oh, man. This surface and ground impact spots are interesting to try and figure out. We're traveling at 200 meters per second. I'm gonna get down close to the planet's surface. How high up are we right now, just out of interest? We are 20 kilometers up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. As long as we don't slam into the ground and explode. Actually, honestly, I don't think explosions do happen in this game. I think we might be at the point... Whoa, camera surface, what was that? I think we might be at the point in development where we just bounce. Well, look at that shadow over there. It's got a little bit of pop in, pop out, but it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good indeed. Okay, what can we do to make ourselves... You know, I'm going to take that simulation 0.0. I have never seen that. I want to point this way, yes? No. All right. Up. I really wish we could mark that. I really wish. Real time. Oh, no. Up, up, up. If we get close, I will be happy with that. We're in real time, so I'm just going to try and not hit the floor too hard. I think that's probably the winner. Coming at 300 meters per second. Throttle up, throttle up, throttle up, throttle up. Okay, we could have done much worse. Okay, rocking. RCS not really doing what I would have hoped it would be doing. Let's try and push back. I cannot control the way I'm pointing right now. I want to go that way. Yeah, this feels good, right? Back. Go, 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 go. Hopefully my ship will spin round in good enough time. I'm not holding my breath. And then we can try and land. What I'd like to do, you see that 188? I'd like to get that down to 0. If we could do that, that'd be amazing. 71. I can reach 77, not 71 really. Bring the throttle down to 50 because I just can't slow down now. I don't really mind which way we're going. Just need to stop, man. Just need to stop. I'm missing the overlay here. You know what I'm saying? They're on other space games have been ways of knowing which way you're looking. And I think that is missing from this game. Okay, we're just going to go touchdown. 9 meters per second. Okay, if I put that on pulse, does that help? I don't know if that's helped. Manual and try and point in the right direction. I don't know what the right direction is, to be honest. Not that way. Go back the other way. I think it's something like that. Nope. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm getting closer. If we could, it's all gone very quiet on the game. I'm not about it, and I'm fairly sure we're about to hit the floor. Too hard, but that's fine. Hello, Apollo 12 man, Mark over there. Interesting. I don't know how to stop myself. Let's go null rotation. If you could do that, please, game, that'd be great. I don't know what's going to happen at this point. Oh, we're under the ground. Hey, nice. I was doing so well, and now we're not. But I think with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time, where we're going to try and do this a little bit better. I know that we've got a great many targets to go out and try and aim for here. Let me know which one you think I should be aiming for, but I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye.